Hello and welcome to day 3 of this Reset for the Chakra series. Today we will be concentrating on the Solar Plexus Chakra, or what's also known as the Manipura Chakra. So the location is the upper abdomen or the core. Its colour is yellow, its element is fire, and our focus today is personal power and motivation. As always, we're going to start with our seed mantra. So for this chakra, we are doing Ram. So we'll do this 3 times. So find in a comfortable seat. I'm going to take a nice deep breath in and out through the mouth. 2 more of those. And we're going to inhale deeply and fully to Ram. Ram. 2 more. So maybe you can start to feel the heat building in the core already. Bringing the focus to the solar plexus chakra throughout the whole of the practice. We're now going to gently make our way to our backs, so we're going to lie down. And then what I want us to do is gently tilt the pelvis. So what you're doing is flattening the back along the ground. So you've gone from a little gap to then a flat back. This is going to begin to engage the core for us. And then when you're ready, we're going to bring the arms up overhead, stretching the arms, stretching the legs. Maybe rolling the wrists and ankles. We're going to stretch over to the right hand side, making this kind of crescent moon shape. And then over to the left hand side, stretching all the way through the sides of the body. Coming back to centre, you're going to bring your legs into semi-supine, and then you're going to realign the back with the floor again. So engaging that core. You're going to bring the hands up, pointing to the ceiling, and then we're just going to roll through the wrists. When you're ready, setting the arms down. We're going to do window wiper legs. So you're going to bring the knees over to one side and then the other. Gently building heat within the body. When you're ready. Next, we're going to draw the knees into the chest, squeeze in, and you're just going to rock from side to side, building energy, building heat. Really squeeze in into a ball. And then as you exhale, you're going to let go. And then this time we're going to rock on the spine. So you're going to rock up to seated. Massaging the spine. You can do this as many times as you'd like, and then come into a seated position. So here we're going to do our breath of fire, our Kapalabhati. So this is an activating breath work, so it'll propel us through our practice, through our day, and really activate our digestive fire and give us energy for the day ahead. So we're going to come to a comfortable seat. You're going to place the right hand on the belly, the left hand on the knee. We're just going to inhale and exhale a few times, just noticing the belly rise and fall. And then when you're ready, we're going to start Kapalabhati. So you want to inhale, and as you inhale, really expand in the belly. As you exhale, you're going to forcefully push the breath out through the nostrils and bring the belly back in towards the spine. So inhaling, exhaling. So doing that a few times. So we're going to quicken this up now. So we're going to do 2 rounds of 10 of Kapalabhati. So when you're ready, bringing the hand onto the belly. Inhaling fully, exhaling fully. And then when you're ready, inhaling, exhaling 10 Kapalabhati. And then letting that go. Taking a few breaths, noticing any heat starting to build. And then we'll do that again. Placing the hand over the belly. Inhaling. When you're ready, exhaling 10 Kapalabhati. And then letting it go. You may start to feel a slight dizziness. Just gently come back to the breath. Sitting in the breath. Sit in with any emotions, thoughts, feelings that come up. When you're ready, blinking the eyes open. I'm going to bring the legs back to semi-supine. And then what we're going to do is make our way to standing in a chair position. So we're going to give ourselves some momentum, maybe leaning back. And then as you lean forward, pushing into the hands and then pushing up into this kind of squat. And then we want to rise up, coming into chair, so Utkatasana. So we're gazing up through the arms, or you can have your hands together in prayer, sitting the bum down, tucking the pelvis. A few breaths here. Shifting the weight back into the heels. One more breath. And then you're going to release, bringing the hands down to prayer. We're going to send the left leg back now, stepping back into warrior 2. So bringing the hands parallel with the floor, gazing out over the front middle finger, bending into that front leg. Sending the breath into the core, building the heat. One last breath. And we're going to cartwheel the hands down into plank. So finding plank. We're going to hold plank for a few moments. Then you're going to bring the knees down into this tabletop position. You're going to tuck the toes and we're going to hover the knees off the floor. So making sure our back is in a nice neutral kind of position. So we're not in any sort of cat or cow position at the moment. We're just holding for a neutral spine. And then releasing down. You can tap the tops of the feet. We'll do that again, tucking the toes, hovering. This time, if you'd like, you can tap either elbow with your knee. Again, building heat. And then releasing down. You're then going to find plank again. So coming into plank, we're then going to find side plank. So bringing the right hand into the middle, coming out to the side, finding that side plank position. So you're going to lift up through the hips, point those fingertips towards the sky. One last breath. And we're going to take the bottom leg out in front, coming into fallen star. So a couple of breaths here, pushing strong through that arm. And then we're going to find plank again. We're going to move through chaturanga, so coming all the way down onto the belly, exhaling, inhaling, pushing for your back bend, cobra. And then as you exhale, tucking the toes, pushing back to Ardha Mukha Svanasana, downward facing dog. Then going to gaze to the top of the mat, walk to meet the hands, and you're going to peel up into chair position, Utkatasana at the top of the mat. So bringing the weight back into the heels, tucking the pelvis, gazing up to the ceiling, Utkatasana. Slowing the breath down, connecting back with the breath. One more breath here. And then we're going to release back down into standing. So this time you're going to send the right leg back, coming into Warrior 2, Virabhadrasana B. Stacking the shoulders above the hips. Relaxing the shoulders away from the ears, bending into that front leg. One more breath. We're going to cartwheel the hands, finding plank. Again, holding plank for a few breaths. We're going to gently let the knees come down into this tabletop position, tucking the toes, hovering. Releasing, untucking the toes, tapping. And then we're going to do that one more time, tucking, hovering. If this feels enough, staying here. If you'd like to, you can tap the elbows with the knee, or even just bringing them in that general direction. Releasing down, tapping. You're going to find plank again. This time side plank, bringing the left hand into the centre, opening up to the right hand side. Lifting through the hips, side plank. Then you're going to bring that lower leg out into fallen star. A few breaths here. Lifting up through the hips, pushing into that left hand. Then you're going to come back through Find in plank and then move through onto the belly. Inhale in for cobra, pushing into the palms, lifting the chest, drawing the shoulders away from the ears. Then you're going to tuck the toes, push back to Ardha Mukha Svanasana, downward facing dog. A few more breaths here. You can pedal the feet or find stillness. And then you're going to gaze to next inhale, gaze into the top of the mat, walk into the centre, find a seat. We're going to come all the way down onto our back now, drawing the knees into the chest, rocking, and then you're going to find happy baby when you're ready. So grabbing the outside edges of the feet, rocking side to side. When you've done enough of that, we're going to make our way down to our final resting position, Shavasana, corpse pose. Letting the body totally relax into the mat. We're going to repeat an affirmation. You can repeat out loud or in your head. Today's affirmation is, I am powerful. I am powerful. When you're ready, begin to wiggle fingers and toes, stretching, gently bringing the knees up to the chest and rocking, coming onto the right hand side, and when you're ready, pushing up to a seated position. We're going to take a nice deep breath in and out. Bringing hands to heart center. Take another deep breath in and out. When you're ready, blinking the eyes open. Thank you so much for practicing with me today. If you enjoyed, please like, subscribe, give me a comment for any series you'd like to see me do next. Come back tomorrow for the heart chakra.